Namo Tithassa. The three Padi is the truth. Apani Eva, Vigame Eva, Dhruve Eva. Each and every substance in the universe is subject to law of creation, destruction, and permanence. The soul is eternal. Your soul is imprisoned in your body because of karma. It is struggling to be free. We shape our future by our own deeds. Our good deeds lifts the soul to the greatest heights, while our bad ones causes it to slide into despair. You are the master of your own destiny. You alone have the power to extricate yourself from miseries, not by begging for mercy, but through our own determined efforts, through self-discipline or sadhana. You cannot achieve happiness if you are making another life unhappy. This is the truth. The one you heard is none other than yourself. Our spiritual journey begins only when we cease inflicting violence upon others. This is the true sadhana, the true spiritual exercise. The power to liberate your soul rests within yourself.
From the Tripadi, the 11 Gandhas compose the 12 Agnas and 14 Purvas. Mahavir Swami suggested some codes of conduct for the entire Arhat community and reorganized it in 4 groups consisting of sadhus, sadhvis, shravaks, and shravikas. The ordaining process is very simple. Bhagwan Mahavir asks sadhus and sadhvis to take vows to live a simple and pure, sin-free life, avoid impure thoughts and actions, and to be dedicated to liberation. Gautam Swami became the first Gandhar, the leader of a group. As leaders, they have to be aware of the spiritual progress, achievements, and difficulties of the individuals within the group. Arya Chandra became the first female disciple. Other people took the 12 vows of a householder and were called Shravaks and Shravikas. 4 of Mahavir Bhagwan's Gandhars, Gautam Swami, Sudharma Swami, Arya Chandra, and Gandhar Prabhasha were sitting and discussing the sadhana or spiritual discipline of Bhagwan Mahavir and how he managed to attain the state of complete knowledge. Until now, they believed that accurately performing rituals was true dharma, but how misguided they were. Empty rituals can neither be spiritual nor divine. Let us now understand what sadhana is, what the art of enduring hardships and achieving self-discipline is.
I'm wondering about Bhagwan's lonely years. The dangers and hardships he faced, the tremendous emotional pressure that he must have gone through to give up and return to the old, comfortable life of physical pleasures. All that suffering, but Mahavir never gave up. Wow.
No doubt, Bhagwan did suffer a lot. But don't link suffering with self-realization. Suffering is everywhere. Understanding Bhagwan Mahavir's secret would certainly give us some pointers. What was his secret, Kanadar Gautam?
Veer Vardhaman was totally absorbed in his search for reality. He had such mastery over his body and mind that he could take physical pain and pleasure with equanimity. Vardhaman certainly endured many hardships during those 12 long years of sadhana, but his mind was focused inwards.
But how is that possible? How did he master his body and mind? You cannot just walk away in the forest, turn off your mind, so that hunger, lack of sleep, and boredom no longer bothers you. One can go without food for a few days, but eventually one yields to the pangs of hunger.
You are right, Chandanaji. Gaining control over our emotions and physical needs is a slow process, but it is achievable. We can endure physical pain only if we are fully absorbed in achieving our goal. Bharatman started his sadhana long before he left the palace. He was so lost in his quest that he used to go without food and sleep for days. So, having no food or sleep may not have been a great hardship when he entered the woods.
Remember how Bhagwan repeatedly tells us that our kashayas such as ego, anger, hatred, deceit, lust and attachments are our true enemies. He says, overcome these and the road to moksha is open. The essence of our daily sadhana is to practice austerities so that we slowly eliminate our kashayas and our bodily demands.
Gurudeva, what was the goal of Mahavir's sadhana? Why did he have to remain so focused? What did he seek?
Mahavir was seeking full knowledge of his soul.
But why was Bhagwan so resolute to know more about the pure soul? What do you gain from it?
Ganadhar Brahmas, knowing our soul is the true goal of all our sadhana. What good is sadhana if we don't know our goal? The goal is to attain Keval Gyan, a state when one knows everything.
I agree. The goal must be decided. Sadhana is no good without a goal. Sadhana means to detach from the body and mind. Observe events, but do not react.
So, what this means is that in sadhana, we must first stop negative responses of the body, senses, and mind to adverse events. Then we should eliminate all kashayas. Self-liberation can be the focus of our sadhana, but the goal should also be to alleviate the pain and the suffering of all living beings. Otherwise, it is only a meaningless ritual.
The next scene that unfolds shows the limitless kindness and compassion of Bhagwan Mahavir. Gautam Swami recollects the incident with Mahashapak, a great devotee of Bhagwan.
Honorable Ganadhar Gautam, we all know that Bhagwan's kindness and compassion is as vast as an ocean, but it is difficult to understand the true depth of it. Can you explain it to us?
Let me tell you about Sadak Mahashatak, a great devotee of Bhagwan. Once, Mahashatak was in Upashri doing his sadhana when Revati, his wife, barges in.
You are always busy meditating all day at the Shraman Centre. You do not care for us. Come out of this superficial show of being busy in sadhana and being devoted to Mahavir and take on your responsibilities.
Wicked woman, do you know the outcome of your ugly behavior? You have sinned so much that you will go to hell. You will pay dearly for your crafty, crooked life and suffer untold miseries. The people at the Sherman Center were surprised to see Mahashatak lose his temper and break his vow of silence. Someone immediately conveyed this news to Bhagwan, and Bhagwan Mahavir asked me to talk to Mahashatak. Mahashatak, the main purpose of sadhana is to learn to control one's emotions. No one in sadhana should ever lose his temper. It is important to be calm and quiet by keeping emotions under control.
I am so frustrated, O Gurudeva. Please forgive me. I had reached the end of my patience and I just could not bear her insults and her wild ways anymore. Gurudev, why is this all happening to me now? I was so calm and composed all these years. I'm old and I'm trying to walk peacefully into the sunset. Should I not be able to live my life the way I want? Revati never listens to me. All these years she's tried to control me, neglected me, and insulted me. How long can I take this? For many years I tried to make her understand, but I realized she is beyond redemption. Therefore, I decided to let her live the way she wants, and I started taking more interest in meditation. Tell me, Gurudev, what else should I do?
You, Mahashatak, must not lose your patience. Your harsh words must have hurt your wife. You are a sadhak, a devotee who has resolved to rid yourself of all kashayas. You have successfully climbed this difficult path of self-purification, but this is a very slippery slope. Your resolve and determination is being tested at each and every step of this climb. Watch your every step. Do not lose your hard-earned self-control. If someone is mean to you, is it right for a sadhak to be mean in return? An eye for an eye is not the Sherman way. Retain your cool and be in equanimity.
Honorable Gurudev, it is very kind of you to bring me such a noble message. I was angry because of my wife's continued misbehavior, but that does not justify my senseless misconduct. I was feeling sad and miserable because of my mistake. But Bhagwan Mahavir is so compassionate that he sent you to comfort even an ordinary wayward devotee like me.
Mahashatak, tears of repentance have cleansed your heart. Learn from your mistake to be cautious so that you can have a safer climb ahead. Peace of mind is important for sadhana. A sadhak must have peace at home and in his family.
You know, Sadharana Swami, an individual's character and culture develops as he grows. a child brought up in a character building culture grows up to be gentle and civilized. Revati did not grow in such an atmosphere. Even after her marriage, she did not give peace and understanding a chance in her new home. This has resulted in discord and violence in the family. But her husband sought Bhagwan's guidance at the right time. Bhagwan has advised Mahashatak to control his anger by resorting to forgiveness and meditation, thus saving him from verbal and mental acts of violence. It is to Mahashatak's credit that he turned to peace, spirituality, and meditation.
You are right, Chandanaji. Bhagwan Mahavir's compassion has no limits. Despite being a great person, he did not hesitate to help an ordinary couple in marital conflict. Even after achieving the highest goal of Kevalgyan, Bhagwan remains concerned for the society and for every individual. Why else would he care for ordinary people? Bhagwan's life is a message for those who believe that sadhus, and sadhvis need not get involved in the social issues.
Gurudev, our Sangh is a great organization, a great family with thousands of sadhaks. This big family also sometimes encounters personality problems. Not everyone is careful with his words. Thoughtless words can unintentionally hurt others. Most of us forget and forgive. But some cannot forget, and relationships get strained. How do we handle such a situation? If people are sensitive to other people's feelings, they will remember that just as we can be hurt by someone's careless words and actions, so can our words hurt others.
Prabhasa, a hurt individual will find solace only in sympathy and limitless compassion. Who is right and who is wrong do not matter in compassionate behavior. All that matters is the selfless love for one another. So, never hurt anyone. The motto of our Sangh is Paraspar Graho Jivanam. Life is interdependent, so protect all life. This motto speaks volumes about Bhagwan's limitless compassion for all living beings.
Is it possible to meet one's household responsibilities and still walk this path?
Yes, it is. If anyone came to you for help, treat him with dignity and honor. Try to meet his needs and thank him for giving you the chance to assist. Such simple things are in fact acts of sadhana.
Samayak, the practice of equanimity, is an effective tool that keeps us humble and pious. It is a process of self-purification, a sadhana that takes us closer to our soul.
Sadhana must always be accompanied with conscience or true bhav. Even a positive action is worth nothing unless it is done with one's conscience.
The change or self-discipline is not only about how we live our life on a day-to-day basis, when we eat, what we wear, and how we act. It is also about introspecting, finding one's true self where the identity and the ego dissolve and achieves oneness with Bhagwan. No one, neither a householder looking after his family, nor a monk who has left his family and worldly affairs, can realise the self without intense sadhana. A sadhak realises he is responsible for whatever comes in his life. Fortunes, misfortunes, pleasures and pains. A sadhak no longer blames others for his miseries. No penance or prayer can liberate the soul without being in tune with one's inner qualities.
I could not believe my eyes when Bhagwan Mahavir promptly ordained women as sadhvis in our Sangha. It was such a revolutionary decision. It sent shockwaves in the Sangha and the community. In our male-dominated culture, treating women with honor and respect was beyond the belief, for they were possessions and not people. The ordination of Chandan Bala opened the floodgates for women everywhere, from royal families to poor commoners. They were now coming forward to be ordained.
Gender and caste does not determine a person's greatness. A soul becomes great by its actions. Chandan Balaji's leadership ability is admirable. Mahavir Bhagwan honoured womanhood by ordaining women and gave them the freedom to aspire for moksha. By ordaining them, Mahavir Bhagwan announced to the entire world that women are our equals.
There is not a tinge of ego in her actions. She never treats anyone with contempt. She loves everyone and is rewarded with affection and gratitude by all. She understands human psychology so well that it enables her to make everyone smile and feel spiritual. What has shaped her strong personality?
Living through an ordeal without protest or self-pity and accepting life as it came is impossible without equanimity. She had endured enormous challenges, all of which have shaped her strong personality. Her ordeal at such a tender age sensitized her to injustice, pain, and cruelty. Observe the mathematics of karma. From being born a princess, to the jungle, to the charioteer's house, to being sold in the markets, then enjoying the 7-story magnificent mansion, to the suffering of the small, dark room, then back to the palace, and now the experience of a divine state. She feels the agony of a woman trapped in the wheel of misfortune.